I'm a member of Gateway. I've been there for like 4 years now.
Yeah. Okay, so just quickly a show of hands of anybody in the room that knows someone that suffers from a mental illness. Okay, so pretty much the entire room. And as most of you may or may not know, mental illness, it can strike any person at any given time, right? It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is, doesn't matter how much money's in your bank account, or who you know and who you don't know. And so we're glad to have this opportunity to kind of educate some of our community partners and community leaders about a very special resource in our community here in Greenville, which is where we both are from, Gateway House. Gateway House has been around since 1984, and it's the clubhouse model. And many times you might hear the words that people with mental illness, they aren't really capable of living a successful life moving forward after they're diagnosed with a mental illness. But we at Gateway believe in breaking that stigma. And so, our members, and we call them members for a reason, because that means they are part of our clubhouse. We don't call them clients, we don't call them patients. Because that implies that a person is in need of some type of service that they cannot get or do for themselves. Whereas members, they are part of, is equal as the staff are as well. And so members are referred to Gateway Clubhouse by their psychiatrist. They must have a diagnosis of bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, schizophrenia, or schizoaffective disorder. And again, we are a community resource, and we have a video that we're going to show to everyone because I think it paints a better picture. I'm definitely a visual person, some of you all may be as well. And then Jeremy is going to share his personal story about how Gateway has helped support him and changed his life. And then we'll have time for questions at the end. And then also we have some brochures in the back, some pens and little notepads, and also some information cards that you all can leave your information as well. right there. So one of the things that gives people dignity and a sense of hope is work, right? Work is how we all identify with people similar to us. It's how we make a living. Most people work the majority of their lives and they retire hopefully and are able to enjoy retirement. And so at the clubhouse, as you saw in the video, from 8 o'clock, the time we opened, we work. We work together side by side. And it's really important for you all to know that a lot of times, you know, again, people that are diagnosed with mental illness, they're told that they're not able to do some of the things that you've seen our members doing each day. And through this type of work, it builds confidence, builds their skill level, and gives them a place to call home. I mean, we're like a true family at the clubhouse, and it gets them ready to be successful as they venture out into the community to find jobs. And that's going to kind of be the segue into Jeremy sharing his story with you all.
Well, hello everybody, my name is Jeremy Espinal. I have a thing to say just for you guys today. It's like a little piece of my life, not too in depth, but my name is Jeremy. Like I said, I'm 30 years old, and I have a mental illness. A little background: I was 15 years old. I had a mental breakdown, and I was hospitalized, and then later on evaluated, and was told I had bipolar schizophrenia and severe depression. So from that point on, I was, started in my life. I was trying different medications. Due to having mental illness, I had problems in high school. It was to the point where I couldn't graduate because my mental illness was so severe that I couldn't stay focused in school. I was, in and out of hospital, inpatient, so it didn't work out. And I was, last time I was hospitalized was at Rochester, New York, so Rochester Psych Center at RPC. And I was there for 6 months. And since then, I've been on my own. I haven't been hospitalized. I've been on the same medication. I'm living a healthy, stable lifestyle. When it comes to it, it's the best way you can. I guess you can't prevent it. You have to live with it. So I've been living with it. And in 2011, my family moved to Greenville, South Carolina, from upstate. We, for a change, and what did we find? For me, anyway. I was referred to Gateway House in July 2014. From there on, I started when I first started coming to work order. When I first started working there, very warm. Gateway was a very loving place. They took me in. They were very nice to me and helped me. Like I was saying, she was saying, people use stigma, saying people like myself can't work or can't have relationships or can't live on their own, which is not true. So through Gateway, it changed my life. Back when I first started, I worked TEP, which is Transitional Employment, at Furman University, and it was group placement, and it was a great way to get my foot in the door, a little experience. It wasn't easy at first. I wasn't going fast, and I was a server, helping them. They were complaining about me doing my first job, but I completed it in 9 months. It was a great job, and it helped me out. From there on, I worked at Bob Jones University. I worked there two 9-month placements. That worked out really great in North Greenville, and it really helped me out. Get paid, give me meaning, purpose. Grown man without a job, and the community people would think less of you. You know what I'm saying? So from there on, improving my life with Gateway. Thanks to Gateway, I have my own independent job now. I work at Ingles Cherry on the service road. I live over on Cherrydale by Poinsett Highway. And I've been there for over a year now, and it's really working out great. I have my own apartment through Gateway, so if it wasn't for Gateway and the TEP, I would never be able to complete my job. At Bilo, Ingles, I work like 7 8-hour shifts some days. If it wasn't for Gateway taking me to the firm at Bob Jones 3 hours, 4 hours on my feet, I wouldn't be able to hang. I wouldn't be able to, to really do the job as best as I can. But through Gateway's been a great help. They encourage me, they sit down with me, they got my back no matter what. Even if I didn't like the job, or encourage me, but transitional employment is a great thing for Gateway and for the community. I recommend it to anybody out there who wants to work and has mental illness, and it's a great way. Great way. Thanks for listening to me.
Do y'all have any questions about Gateway or Clubhouse? Yes, ma'am.
So how old are individuals that can qualify for Gateway?
They have to be at least 18.
Then funding and the members pay, and how does all that work out?
So we are a nonprofit organization. So the majority of our funding comes from donors and other agencies and sources in the community. And we also do bill Medicaid for the services that we provide to our membership, or reimbursement for those services.
And your referrals, can people self-refer, or can families direct refer, does it have to come through a different?
It can be a self-referral initially, but it has to be followed or backed up by a referral from a psychiatrist.
Other questions for Gateway?
Do individuals have to have certain insurance to qualify for this service?
No, there's some of our members that don't have any type of insurance. We don't turn anyone away. The clubhouse is an open door, as long as, like I said, those any one of those for a diagnosis is like a prerequisite, for the initial consideration of a person being a member of the clubhouse.
How many people are there? How many members do you have?
Yes, so our average daily attendance, you saw us all working every day, our average daily attendance is about 95 to 98, and that's membership. That doesn't include the staff that work there. But we have an active membership, which can be members that are maybe working, full-time, and so we don't see them very much at the clubhouse because of that. But our active membership is about 130, 140.
One more question.
Yes.
With your Medicaid reimbursement, the final rule that has come out with the federal CMS rules and all that kind of stuff that I know are affecting a lot of our local disability boards and things like that, has that had any impact on y'all, or is that anything that y'all have to deal with, or whatever?
Not that I am aware of, but that might be a question that someone else from the clubhouse may have additional information on. So if you want to jot that question down, I'll be glad to take it back. But I'm not, to my knowledge, no, we haven't been affected by it from that standpoint.
I know that y'all's program, this one directly is for adults, but through Gateway, don't they have a program that deals and helps, like maybe with counseling with younger children? Seems like
There's
I've heard that at some
another
point.
place called Gateway. They're totally separate.
Okay,
There's no type of connection, but that agency does provide
Okay.
services
I guess
for
it's
children
fine.
and youth.
Okay.
Mhm.
So do your members receive in-house therapy?
No. As you saw, we're working, right? We don't have any type of counseling sessions, individual or group. The only time we sit together as a group is when we have our unit meetings. And as you saw, that's to plan the work of the day and foster relationships. It's not to say that those things are not needed as far as therapy, but the clubhouse is not where those things happen at. We are supportive of our members that receive those services from mental health or private psychiatry, obviously because we want them to be successful, and that stuff is needed, but not within the clubhouse.
And is it residential, I'm sorry, are they living there, or they live separate on their own? I know you said you had an apartment.
Yes,
and then
ma'am,
you
through
just-
Gateway.
Okay.
You want to elaborate some on that question?
Yeah, so I was going to give it X amount of time, I can't remember, maybe a year, and they have apartments of their own, HUD. So I waited some time, and I found my own apartment, and it's based on your income, so they don't overcharge you, and it's a great place to live. It's clean, it's well kept, very well kept, and the members and staff assist me daily, make sure I take my medication, even on weekends. So I get a lot of support from Dave. Mentally, even my doctor, she's not my psychiatrist, but these people stand in and can play many roles in this person's life. And just make him take my medicine, putting in their mind, putting it on paper, all that stuff, and it comes along with moving the apartment. Some might say, oh, it's Weston, or like it's overdone and they watch us. I don't know, they keep us straight, keep us light, you know what I'm saying?
So we have 70 apartment units, and like you said, our members don't actually live at the clubhouse. This is where we work every day, but our members do live in those apartments, and you have to be a member at Gateway to be able to reside in one of those apartments. They're not open to anyone else out in the community. And like you said, they are income-based, and we provide support. We help move the members in, and then throughout that time, helping make sure that they are, getting healthy grocery items, and have all the cleaning supplies and the skills to, keep their apartments clean. But that is a support that the clubhouse does offer to
Yeah,
its
also, I was
membership.
telling you earlier about transitional employment. We have, every Thursday, we have a meeting, we sit down and we actually talk about, hey, how's your job going, hey, how, you know what I'm saying? So it's a big time, it's more than just get issues, you know, it's more than a clubhouse, it's just like people's lives and relationships and stuff.
Do you guys accept individuals who have autism?
We don't.
I don't know if you mentioned this or not, is there a waiting list to become a member?
No, there's not a waiting list.
Yeah, I feel like there was one more question there. Did you have a question?
That was the question I had. You know, you said you didn't turn people away, but I wondered if there was a waiting list. Also, could you go over, I know you said at the beginning, the 4 diagnoses that you have to have, but it went so fast I didn't catch them.
Okay, I apologize. So bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, schizophrenia, or schizoaffective disorder must be one of the 4 primary, and those must be the primary diagnosis for that individual.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any last questions? Let's give them a big round.